right, welcome to Thaler Arena. Tonight we've got the Whitehawks in gray taking on the Litchfield Dassel Cokato team in green. Out first for the Whitehawks, it's the line of shoulders with Renke and Zilka. Defensively, it's McGovern and Brown. Litchfield works from behind their own net, tries to get it out. Brown, center ice. He'll go across to Piasky, gets it to Renke. Renke in. Good stick work there by the LDC defender to knock that puck in the corner and tie him up in the corner. Out shoulders, gets it back to Piasky. Shot deflects in front of the net by shoulders. Skips wide. Now Litchfield to the corner, sends it cross ice. McGovern off. Brown off. McGovern unable to quite hold the zone there. Now Wesley on with Lundgren and Trost. LDC comes up the far side. Chipped into the zone for the first time. Eric Flum in net for the Whitehawks this evening. From behind the net now, Lundgren flips it up and out of the zone to center ice. Trost unable to hold. Now back to McGovern, who gets bumped off the puck. Now pokes it free and clear. Back out to center ice where Litchfield tries again to work it in. They go D-to-D, now up into the neutral zone, off the stick of McGovern. Beal pokes it out. Wesley with it along the boards, easy to get bumped against the wall. Litchfield comes out with it. Beal collects the center ice. Wesley blew a tire there on his way to get it. Now Koski on. Milady on. And it looks like as Wesley heads off, it'll be S on for the Whitehawks. We're going to whistle there as Quinn tied up the big Litchfield Dassel Cokato defenseman. That'll give Whitehawks a chance to change. Piasky and Brown both come back out. S now on for the Whitehawks, out with Koski and Milady. Milady chips it into the LDC zone. Koski holds, now fires it in. From behind the net, that's going to be Koski along the wall. Unable to hold. Piasky steps, though. It's a nice pinch. Keeps it in the Crusader zone. Brown holds. Milady behind the net. Good stick there by Brown. Deflected eventually by the Crusaders. Here they come through center ice. Poked into the corner by the Whitehawks, and Brown follows it up with a healthy check. Now deflected out. Milady with it. Got a little bit of open ice. Into the zone he goes. Two Crusader defenders. Gets bumped off the puck. Whitehawks are going to be on the power play. That'll be an interference penalty on Litchfield Dassel Cokato. Milady's going to skate it back. Give the Whitehawks an opportunity to move the puck around here. Zilka with it. He'll go cross ice. It'll be McGovern to pick up. He'll drop it to Milady. Now to Beal. Beal off the skater Renke. Beal recollects it. He's into the zone. Gets an angle. Waits on it. Shoulders with a poke. Now Renke. Goalie able to make the save. Gets the cover. And now we'll start the power play with 11:47 left here in the first. The Whitehawks will go with shoulders, Zilka, Renke, Beal, and McGovern to start the power play. 2 minutes on the interference call on number 20. Shoulders takes the face off, wins that back to McGovern. He'll come cross ice to Beal. Beal with some space, fires into the chest of the Litchfield goalie. He drops down on it. And we'll have another face off here in the Litchfield end. This time near circle, it'll be shoulders again to take it for the Whitehawks. That one into the corner. Renke collects behind the net. He'll come out to the point for McGovern. He'll go cross ice to Beal. Beal to Zilka. Back to Beal. Back to McGovern. In, shoulders deflects. Goalie makes the save. Now from behind the net, Renke collects far side. Litchfield tries to get it out. McGovern holds. Sent in on the goalie again. Shot deflects into the corner. Litchfield tries to get it out. They do that time. Beal stepped up, and now opportunity for a shorthanded goal. Flum makes a save there. Childers going to chip it up the ice to Renke. Renke into the zone with Zilka. Childers trails. Renke gets tied up, drops it to Zilka. Zilka goes back to Piaski. Piaski sends it along the ice, deflected in front by Renke, and the goalie gets the cover. Good shift there by the Whitehawks. You stop counting shots, but I got a feeling we're going to see a few go up on the board. It'll be Koski, S, and Milady out now with Piaski and Brown. 1:05 left on the power play. Off the face-off, Koski sends one toward the goalie, sticks it to the corner. Now it's going to go out to the point to Piaski. Piaski comes cross-ice to Brown. Brown back to Piaski. He walks it in, shot along the ice, skips up over the net. S there, gets a stick on it, sends one across. Koski takes a poke. Goalie down on it again. Good pressure here by the Whitehawks. So far the goalie for Litchfield been up to the challenge. 45 seconds to go here in the Whitehawk power play. Galuzzi now in net for the Whitehawks. When they made that switch, pay attention to that the rest of the night. Koski to take the face-off again. He wins that back. Milady pokes it to Piaski. Piaski out of the zone to Brown. Brown collects, goes across the ice to Piaski. Tried to come near side to S, but Milady got his stick in the way and deflected it. Now the Whitehawks try to work their way through the neutral zone. Brown collects. He'll skate it into the zone. A couple of stick handles and a shot. Now followed his own shot, kicked it free to the corner. And Litchfield's just going to ice that. We'll hold here, and there's 11 seconds to go on the Whitehawk power play. Out to finish, it'll be the line of Lundgren with Wesley and Trost, Beal and McGovern, the defensive pair. Crusaders win it, send it behind their own net. Now it's into the corner. Trost on the chase, pokes it to Wesley. Wesley sends it out in front. Trost fires one towards the net. Now Wesley with it again. He gets tied up. And eventually Litchfield able to get it out of the zone, and they send it down and around the Whitehawk net. Picked up by McGovern behind the net. He gets it to Trost. He's unable to clear. Now off another skate, third skate. Finally the Whitehawks get it cleared to center. Litchfield again from the point, takes a shot. Camo able to fight that one off. Rebounds loose, now out in front. That one skipped right across the crease. Now Renke with the puck. Tries to come cross ice to Wesley, but doesn't get it clear. Lundgren along the boards, able to poke it free. Now Renke with some open ice into the Crusader zone. As that broken up, into the corner he goes. Looks for help, Brown out. Zilka out, Childers out. Up behind the net, Zilka avoids a big hit there. Renke now to Childers, Childers shot. Quick release there. Tried to find the top left corner, goalie able to fight that one off. And it stays 0-0. Whitehawks, so far, 10 shots to 1 on the evening. It's been consistent defensive pressure, or offensive pressure here. Childers wins the face-off to Zilka, to Brown. As Zilka loses possession, here comes Litchfield out of the zone. Brown intercepts. He gets tied up. Litchfield sends it into the Whitehawk end. Piaski collects, tries to send it out unsuccessfully. Childers gets a stick on that crossing pass, now works his way out of the zone. Blocks a shot. Zilka chipped it free to Renke, who couldn't find it in his skates. And now he'll slap it into the Crusader end. They go to work on their way out of the zone. Able to chip it out. Milady, he goes back to S, who loses it into skates. Now finds it, sends it cross ice to Brown. Brown up and off the glass. Too far for Milady. And now Litchfield back the other way. Takes it all the way down around behind the net, out in front. Childers pokes it away. Whitehawks, another sloppy clear. S finds it, sends it toward the side for Milady. He takes a second to control, now sends it cross ice to Koski. Nice stick handle move there. Sends one toward the net. S got tied up, unable to deflect, and now Litchfield back out the other direction. McGovern at the blue line, got a stick on it. He'll go behind the net to Beal. That took a bad bounce. Beal just backhands it out of the zone. Wesley and Milady on the chase. Litchfield able to send it out. McGovern unable to turn over the Litchfield defender at the blue line. Beal eventually able to. Now he gets it back, tries to send it past cross ice. Can't connect, and here come the Whitehawks back the other way. Another misconnection, and Litchfield happy just to send it into the other end. That'll get the whistle on the offsides. Puck will come out to center ice. That'll be Lundgren, Trost, Wesley with Beal and McGovern. Camo off, Flum on for the Whitehawks in net. Lundgren tied up immediately. Wesley eventually comes in, takes control, and is able to chip it down into the Crusader end. Their goalie sticks it near side and out. Beal pokes along the far side, now into the zone. Trost breaks that up, gets to McGovern. He sends it up to Wesley. Wesley chips it to Lundgren. Sends it down into the corner. Wesley and Lundgren on the forecheck. Litchfield connects on a cross ice. Good job there by Brown to force that down behind the Whitehawk net. Brown with it. He's got some open ice. He's going to take it. Eventually turns it over, recollects it on his own, and then ends up backhanding it in behind the Litchfield net. Now the Crusaders out of the zone. Schulder is able to hold. Turned it over, and now here comes Litchfield the other way. Good stick there by Brown. He'll come all the way across the ice to Zilka. Zilka into the zone, hits the brakes. Hits Piaski at the top of the circles. That shot. Goalie gets a stick on it, deflects it up into the netting. And we'll have another face-off here in the Litchfield end. Schultz will take the face-off. Behind the net, Renke first to it. As it tries to send one out in front. Deflects off the side of the cage. Zilka can't collect, and here comes Litchfield through the neutral zone. They'll just dump it in. Flum takes a poke. Behind the net. Renke comes all the way across the ice to Zilka. Tries to drop his shoulders, gets it his skates, and all he can do is send it into the Litchfield end. Litchfield reverses, comes up the near side wall. Beal's going to collect that at center ice. So they'll cross ice to McGovern. McGovern gets it to S. S will carry it in for the Whitehawks. Shot hits the side of the cage. Now Daskokedo, good stick by Milady off the bench. Holds the zone, has Koski. Hits the brakes. Works far side, comes cross ice to Beal. Beal with an open lane, fires. Goal. Milady to Beal, and it's 1-0 Whitehawks. Nice play there. Milady able to hold, let the defense come to him, and opened up Beal. He had a wide open lane and beat the goalie over the top of his glove to take the 1-0 lead for the Whitehawks. Off the face-off, S gets it to Koski. Koski just chipped to Milady a little off the mark. Litchfield off the glass and out. S bumps his man off the puck. Beal chips it back. Milady on the chase. Teams exchange possession in the neutral zone, and now Litchfield able to send it in to the Whitehawk end. McGovern will come behind the net to Beal. Beal misplayed there. Whitehawks are going to be on another penalty. Misplayed there by Koski. Could have given the Whitehawks an opportunity for another 6-on-5, but turns the puck over. Litchfield possesses, and he'll head to the box, and it'll be another Whitehawk power play. It looks to be Childers with Renke and Zilka, Piaski and Brown out to start this power play for the Whitehawks. This group was effective last time. Number of shots on goal, unable to put one in the net. Renke's going to take the face-off this time. Litchfield controls, but it gets back to Renke. Renke to Piaski. Renke in front of the net. Has that sticked away. Brown's going to fire one down. Can't quite get it around the Litchfield net. Shoulders on the forecheck. Now Renke over to Sport. He gets there in time. He'll come in front to Zilka. Zilka can't control. And now Litchfield's going to be able to exit the zone. Bad pass there by Piaski, too long. And Litchfield's going to have an opportunity to kill some time here at center ice. Good job by Brown to step up and pinch there. Litchfield turns it right back around. Shoulders off his skate. But the puck had escaped the zone. And that one not as efficient. The puck got a little sticky. Some opportunities for passes. We decided to stick handle instead and got no shots on that power play shift. So Koski with S and Milady now. Same defensive group. I take that back. McGovern out for Brown. Brown to Piaski, back to McGovern. Who goes cross ice to Koski, into the zone with some speed. He tries to drop one for Milady. He's got it now behind the Crusader net. He'll skate with it, patience. Finds himself in the top of the circles, drops one for Piaski. His shot off a stick, now in front. S and McGovern tie up and get it back to Milady. He'll come to Koski at the point. His shot easily gloved down there by the Litchfield Dassel Cocato goalie. And with 43 seconds left on the power play, score remains 1-0. Koski wins the face-off. Piaski and McGovern. He can't handle the hot pass. I'm sorry, that was Brown to McGovern. Now Brown sends it into the neutral zone. Litchfield able to clear. Now at the blue line. S turns him over, and now it's Koski into the Litchfield end. He'll chip it behind the net and go on the chase. He gets there first, tries to send one out in front. Milady sends one up into the goalie's face mask, save. And now here comes Litchfield back the other way. Kaluzny back in net for the Whitehawks. Shot, fights that one off. It rims the boards, picked up by Trost. Unable to get it clear, and now Litchfield sends it back in. We're back to 5-on-5. Whitehawks work from their own zone. It's Lundgren. Tries to connect with Wesley. Passes behind him, and that shot all the way in on Camway. Punches it over the net. Now Piaski chips along the wall. Litchfield holds. Sends behind the Whitehawk net. Brown there. He'll go along the wall to Wesley. Wesley able to chip it out. Now it's a chase. Oh, Litchfield player hard after the puck on what was the eventual ice, and it looked like he lost an edge. And thankfully went into the wall face first. That could have been worse, but he still looks like he is in the proverbial hurt wagon. So we'll hold here until we see how he is. sticks and over into the Litchfield bench. We will resume play after the ice with the face-off down in the Whitehawk end. It'll be Lundgren to take it for the Whitehawks. Litchfield with an already thin bench. Thinned one more there with that player going down. Now poked out of the zone by Trost. Trost and Wesley hard on the forecheck. Trost unable to hop back across the blue line. After doing a great job of hustling down and holding on the pinch. It'll be a face-off here. Far circle. Lundgren to take it again. Litchfield works their way out of the zone into the Whitehawk end. Plum back in net. Turned over before anything can transpire. Now Wesley out of the zone. Gets it to Lundgren. Shot on net, rebound loose. Comes out to Beal. Beal's shot. Lundgren deflects that away from the net. Now slaps one toward the goalie. Recollects. Sends it back to Wesley. Wesley able to get a stick on the bouncing puck. There's kind of a pop-up. Goalie able to get a glove on that. And we'll have a face-off now in the Litchfield end. It's a war of wills here with these Litchfield fans who have not sat down yet, impacting the view of the left corner here, so I apologize. I'll do my best to describe. Childers with it. Shot, save. Now back to Childers in the corner. He gets bumped off the puck. Zilka chases it down. He'll go cross-ice to Piaski. Piaski to Renke. Too hot to handle. He comes to Childers. Childers, so it's cross-ice to Piaski. Renke again unable to handle the pass. And Litchfield takes it into the Whitehawk end. Broken up by Childers initially, then a shot. But deflects up into the netting. A couple of mishandled passes there from Piaski to Renke led to that opportunity. Another night where the Whitehawks just haven't quite been able to put pucks on tape. And that one almost bit him. That one off the pipe into the netting. 15 seconds left here in the first. McGovern off the faceoff, tries to chip it out. Held at the blue line by Litchfield. Now set back down behind the Whitehawk net. S. Didn't quite connect on that poke, and the puck will die on the ice as we end the first period. Whitehawks 1-0. Shots in favor, 13-2. Still looking for that scoring efficiency, though. Lots of pressure, lots of opportunities, only one goal. We'll be back with you in a minute. Off the face-off, Milady into the Litchfield end. Tries to come back to McGovern. He's able to hold. Sends it across to Beal. Beal's shot. Saved by the goalie. Into the corner. Milady back to Beal. Beal chips it down. Can't quite connect with Milady. And now Litchfield had a man, had taken the top off, but the pass errant broke up what would have been a solid opportunity for a breakaway on Camo, who's back in net. Now Milady with it. He's top of the circles. He drops it, intended for McGovern, doesn't get there, and Litchfield on the turnover brings it across center ice and sends it into the Whitehawk end. Camo sends it behind the net. That pass from McGovern to Koski. Now to S, he can't quite chip it free. Beal with some nice footwork, now skates into the Litchfield zone. He'll hit the break, send it cross ice for Wesley, who can't quite handle the puck. Now back, that shot whistles wide. McGovern collects, misplays it, and here comes Litchfield the other way. At center ice, they're just going to dump it into the Whitehawk end. Camo will play that behind the net. Lundgren and Brown unable to play it out. Now Lundgren's just going to send it down the ice. That'll be icing, so we'll just stay here as the faceoff will come back down into the Whitehawk end. One of those early Litchfield penalties must have been a 2 and a 10, as they've still got a man in the box. Looks like they were already man down heading into the game and then lost a player late in that first period. We'll see how that impacts the remainder of the game here. Wesley can't quite get chipped free, and Litchfield sends it all the way back in. Now it's a race around the boards. Trost to it. Lundgren takes the poke. Held by Litchfield. Now Brown collects. Tries to take some open ice, then shifts it forward to Lundgren. He goes behind the Litchfield net. Wesley to it. Lundgren goes into the boards hard. Now Trost slaps it back down into the corner. And Litchfield's going to send it all the way around the boards. Brown all the way down to pinch. Gets there in time. Lundgren misplays it from behind the net. Now Litchfield tries to send it out. Brown can't quite hold it. And now Whitehawk send it into the corner. Zilka collects. He has to come out of the zone. He'll go across ice to Piaski. He misplays it, just has to dump it on the back end. Litchfield collects. Now they send it into the neutral zone, and now successfully all the way into the Whitehawk end. Brown chips it to the corner. Piaski to it. Piaski with Renke support. Comes across to Brown. That pass and escapes. He's only able to chip it into the zone, and Litchfield able to slap it right back out. McGovern with it. Sends it to open ice. Zilka collects, has shoulders. Decides not to drop it and skates into the corner, takes a bump. Renke far side. Puck comes free, Childers able to send it to Beal. He fires one in. Goalie gets a glove on that, and they'll hold for a face-off. Whitehawk passing accuracy belies them once again. Several times this game they had opportunities to create offense, and the pass was in the skates or 6 inches too far. Koski with Milady and S out. McGovern and Beal. Face-off goes the way of Litchfield. Along the near boards. Ooh, misplayed there, and it's going to be held by Koski. He sends one out in front. Milady bumped out the puck. Koski tries to tuck one. McGovern steps up. Sends one behind the net. That banks right onto the stick of a Litchfield defender and out of the zone. McGovern cross ice to Beal, who goes right back to Koski. Nice toe drag there. In. Shot. Deflects behind the net. Koski tries to send one out in front. No Whitehawks there. Beal able to hold the zone. Sends one right back in. Goalie deflects it into the corner. Near side now. McGovern and Milady go to work. McGovern's shot whistles wide. S is going to get to it. He gets tied up. Beal gets a skate on it. S tries to slap it into the corner unsuccessfully. And now Litchfield successfully out of the zone. Good stick there by Beal to turn it right back around. And S is going to dump it in, and the Whitehawks will change. Milady first to it. His shot deflects before it gets there. Now Lundgren with it. He'll take it behind the net. Tries to drop it in front for Wesley. For Milady. His shot saved. Out to the point for Piaski. He walks in, takes a shot. That's deflected before it gets to the net. And Litchfield happy just to fire that one off the boards and out. Piaski to Brown. Brown off the stick of a Litchfield player. Eventually trickles to Piaski, who gets smoked into the boards. It'll be an offsides. Not an offside, I'm not sure what it was, but it'll be Lundgren with Trost and Wesley. In the Litchfield end, Litchfield wins the draw, sends it near side. Set out of the zone, it's a foot race now. Piaski and Lundgren, that's going to be icing. And we'll come all the way back down. 9:35 to go, still 1-0. Eventually controlled by Litchfield off the face-off. Piaski at the blue line. He's able to tie up until Lundgren gets there. His pass deflects off a Litchfield player and into the zone. Now Litchfield with some offensive zone time. Comes out to the point. Tap right back in off the skate of Piaski. Trost sends it to open ice. Wesley unable to quite get there. Trost sends it in. Whitehawks will change. It's Zilka, Renke, and Childers out now. McGovern and Brown, the defensive pair. Childers going to get to it. He'll chip it behind the Litchfield net. Brown able to hold momentarily. Now Zilka with it. His shot. Childers can't quite get it back to the forehand for a shot. McGovern in. Childers deflects. We'll be able to squeeze that one in the pillows. Couple of good opportunities there for the Whitehawks. Childers will take the draw.
Okay.
Into the skates of the Litchfield player and then off of Childers. Now the defender gets it out of the zone. Good stick work by McGovern to break it up, then he loses an edge. And Litchfield able to send it behind the Whitehawk net. Beal there. He'll go off the far side wall. That's held by Litchfield. Now in front. McGovern misses on the pass. Recollects. Whitehawks get some space. McGovern still with it. Renke misplays the pass again. And here comes another potential opportunity for Litchfield. Renke does a good job tying up behind the net. Now McGovern with it. He'll come out. That goes to Zilka. Zilka tries to hit Renke on the stretch pass. That connects. Renke turns it over right at the blue line, and that's going to be out of the zone and back to Beal. Beal to McGovern. McGovern cross ice to Zilka. Zilka tried to one-touch it. Can't possess. Shoulders. Able to get a stick on it, keep the zone, but then runs into Zilka. And Litchfield just going to ice it. Again, the Whitehawks just a little bit discombobulated there. Can't quite connect on passes, and it's costing him offensive opportunities. It'll be Koski with S and Milady out now. Off the face-off, Koski to S, now back to Koski. Puck loose in front. couple of pokes there by Litchfield, and they send it all the way out and down. Brown first to it. He chips it up in the air and out. Milady with it. Tries to send it into the zone. Too long for Koski. The Litchfield goalie sends it up off the wall. Brown can't quite hold. Good job by Milady to tie up just enough to force that puck behind the net. Puck loose in front. Chipped at the goalie. Flum back in net. He gets the glove on it. And the faceoff will be in the Whitehawk end. 6:58 left here in the second. Shots on goal in favor of the Whitehawks, 16-5. Litchfield holding tough, though. There's been a lot of offensive zone time here for the Whitehawks, and only one goal to show for it. You'd like to see it be 3 or 4 with the amount of opportunities they've had. Now at the point, S on his way out of the zone. Got tied up with the defender, probably had a chance to poke it free on a breakaway. And Koski unable to chase it down. Goalie came out, poke checked at the corner, now Litchfield with it. They work their way out of their zone. Piaski across the ice to Brown. Brown up to Koski. Koski tries to make some stick handles, now gets it to Milady, gets it to his forehand. His shot from a tough angle. Easily gloved by the goalie. Lundgren with Trost and Wesley. Into the corner it goes, now along the wall. Beal steps up, sends one in. Goalie deflects it near side. Wesley pins his man against the boards. Puck reverses. Now Litchfield from behind their own net, out across the blue line. A couple of good passes into the Whitehawk end. Wesley over to pin his man. It's going to be collected by Lundgren. He misplays it. Litchfield from behind the Whitehawk net, now able to get it out to the point. Trost closes hard, able to work it down back behind the net. And now Litchfield with a couple of exchanges, has it in the danger zone. Good play there by Beal to step up and break that up. Wesley with it. Gets the pass to Beal with some speed. He's into the Litchfield zone. Can't quite get the angle and gets hog-tied before Litchfield sends it back the other way. Now it's Lundgren at center ice to Trost. He loses the handle on his way in. Now McGovern with it. He's just going to... He attempted to dump it. That was held and sent right back down the ice by Litchfield, and it'll be an icing call. And we'll come all the way back down in front of the Litchfield net. 5:10 to go. Shots on goal 18-5 in favor of the Whitehawks. Score remains 1-0. It'll be Renke at center now with Childers and Zilka with Piaski. Litchfield wins the draw. They go far side. Brown, good skate. Gets to Childers. He chips it forward, now holds again. Now it's Renke. Turns it over, but Zilka collects. Now Childers with it behind the net, sends it off the goalie. And Litchfield's just going to dump that one all the way down. Camo will come out to play it. He looks to make a pass, then gets tripped by Piaski. That could have been absolutely a disaster. But thankfully it's not. Here come the Whitehawks. Renke connects with Childers all the way across the ice. Childers in. Back to Renke, or back to Zilka. Shot. Renke with it. Shot. Save. And then the scuffle in front of the net. Childers gets pushed out of there. Another good opportunity for the Whitehawks. Just can't bury. Three more shot attempts there. That same group will stay. Zilka collects off the faceoff. He'll come back to Piaski at the point. He sends one in. Shoulder's able to get a stick on it, but it goes up high and into the netting, and that'll be a line change for the Whitehawks. It'll be Milady, S, and Koski back out. That was a good shift, though, by Childers, Zilka, and Renke. They created, I think, 4 shot opportunities, a couple of high danger just not able to beat this goalie so far here in the second. Now Milady loses it behind the Whitehawk net, or excuse me, behind the Litchfield net. S playing a little more physical than that. That's the second man he's wiped out on the evening. Milady goes across. Piaski drops it down. Now Milady on the one-timer attempt, and now we're going to have a breakaway. It's a scramble back. Piaski loses the stick. It's a yard sale in front of the Whitehawk net. And we're going to have a cross check on somebody. Thinking that's going to be a Whitehawk penalty. Correct assumption as Brown heads to the box. That'll put Litchfield on the power play for the first time tonight. That one, the Whitehawks got a little greedy. Had a lot of gray jerseys below the top of the circle, and it led to a 3-on-2 breakaway. And eventually, in the scrum, Brown got a stick in somebody's back. And it puts the Whitehawks on their first penalty kill. Koski chipped it out. Milady over his zone. Good stick work there by Beal. He'll go off the boards. Koski too far. Now Litchfield with it, back in. It's going to be an offsides whistle. Faceoff will come outside the Whitehawk zone. 3:19 to go in the period. 1:32 on the penalty. Litchfield wins the faceoff. Sends it in from the top of the circles. Try to cross. That trickles to Camo, who covers. And the Whitehawks will hold. They'll stick with Koski and the lady. McGovern and Beal for the time being. That face off Beal, far side. That gets free, and Milady now with some room into the Litchfield end. Flubbed his backhand, and the goalie able to deflect it out. And now a turnover by McGovern in the neutral zone. Good stick there by Beal in support. As Litchfield comes storming back the other way. McGovern from behind the Whitehawk net. Able to get to some open ice. Now would be a good time to pass. He doesn't, turns it over. Litchfield out of the zone, now back in. Shot, Camo gets the glove up, makes the save. Drops it, now Beal with it. Tries to hit Milady. He couldn't quite take the top off, and Litchfield sends it back in. Beal with it. Now Milady. Had Lundgren coming off the bench, couldn't connect. Eventually goes behind the Litchfield net. Here they come. Back the other way. They'll send one down. Camo sends that one McGovern's way. He goes up and off the glass to Lundgren at center ice. He taps it back. Now across the ice to S. It's S and Lundgren out on this kill shift for the Whitehawks. Piaski from the point sends one in. That's sticked away by the Litchfield goalie. Brown out of the box with 1:34 left to go here in the second. A successful kill by the Whitehawks. Pucks it out. Piaski comes across to Brown. Brown sends it up out of the zone. Litchfield has to hold. Tied up immediately there by Wesley. It's turned into a rugby scrum. Now it comes free. Litchfield is going to send that one back in. Camo gets the paddle on it, drops it for Brown. Here he comes from behind the Whitehawk net. Sends one up in the air. Skips over Litchfield defender's stick, and now they're going to have to work to get it out of their own end. Wesley down. Sends one across, out to Piaski. He fires one in. Wesley with a good screen in front, but the goalie able to track it just well enough. And puck hits him center mass, and we get a whistle. It's Piaski with Brown, shoulders, Renke, and Zilka. You'd love to see the Whitehawks get another one here on the board. before this period ends. Off the face-off, Litchfield able to send it into the neutral zone. Now to Zilka far side. Sends one to open ice. Shoulders can't quite get there. Zilka recollects. He'll go off the wall to Piaski. All Piaski can do is a weak back end into the zone, and Litchfield flips that right back out. Brown turns it right over, and here comes a 2-on-1. Camo able to get down on that, make the save. Another sloppy play. It'll be a face-off here in the Whitehawk end. Same group will stay on the ice. 23.2 seconds left. After that power play, shots on goal have tightened a bit, 23-11. Litchfield out the face-off, out to the defenseman at the point. He walks in, turns it over. Piaski sticks it to the corner. Shoulders on the chase. Plasters his man against the boards, then comes free to him. 9 seconds left. He'll skate some open ice, tries to get it to Renke. Renke unable to field that one as it was behind him. And now Litchfield at open ice, 1 second. Shot wouldn't have counted, it came after the buzzer. But that's how the second period is going to end. 1-0 Whitehawks, 23 shots to 11. Strong game by the Litchfield goalie so far, has single-handedly kept him in it. And we'll be back with you after the resurface. All right, welcome back to Thaler for the start of the third period. Whitehawks start with the line of Koski, S, and Milady. Behind the Whitehawk net, Beal comes to S, ships it out of the zone. Koski and Milady both unable to corral it, and McGovern able to send it back to Milady. Gets to Beal, has that immediately sticked away, and the Whitehawks will reset from behind their own net. Nice pass there from Brown to Milady. He's able to poke it through traffic to S. S with some speed. It's turned over. Milady there to collect it. Now it's shipped free. And now it's going to be a one-on-one here. Beal back. Good stick there on the first man. Second shot trickles in off the post. Flum had that closed off and hit the side of the net. Whitehawk change now. Litchfield unable to do much with it inside the zone. Zilka misplays it. Now Childers. He'll take it behind the Litchfield net. Reverses it to Zilka. Zilka comes out to Piaski. Piaski's shot. First of the period hits the goalie in the glove, and it's a face-off here in the Litchfield end. Childers wins the face-off back to Piaski. His shot. Renke able to get a stick on it, deflect. Goalie again with a quick cover. And we'll do it again. Litchfield down to 3 forwards and only 1 additional D-man. So we'll see if that lack of depth hurts them here as they skate the third period here. Childers sends one in. Zilka. His shot goes wide. It's collected by Brown. Twists it behind the net. Renke. Turned over, but Childers will get to it for the Hawks. He'll drop it directly to a Litchfield player. Now here they come out of the zone. Center ice, Childers able to create that turnover. Tries to chip it to Zilka. Too far, and now Litchfield back the other way. It'll be Brown to collect. He goes high off the wall. Tied up now. Childers kicks it free and clear into the Litchfield zone. He comes. He gets bumped into the corner by the big Litchfield defender. And now Wesley collects in the Whitehawk end. Fields, pass. Intercepted by Litchfield, but one of their players offsides, and it'll be a face-off. And the line of Lundgren, Trost, and S out to take it. Or, excuse me, Lundgren, Trost, and Wesley. My apologies. Brown crosses to Beal. Beal off the wall. Wesley collects. Tries to send it to open ice for Lundgren. He slaps it toward the goal. Rebound came right up the slot, but no Whitehawk there to play it. Now Beal from his own end tries to go to Wesley again. And Wesley unable to play it. And will result in an icing. And the play all the way back down to the Whitehawk end. Running time here for the remainder of the game. 16:27 to go. 1-0 remains the score. Whitehawks now up 25-11 in shots. Litchfield controls out the faceoff, drop to the D-man. Now sent in. Wesley can't quite chip it free to streaking Lundgren, and now Beal goes around to McGovern. He'll go to Trost. Trost misplays it. And Litchfield at center ice sends it right back in. And now we're going to have a penalty on Lundgren. Lundgren 2 for roughing. We'll put Litchfield on the power play for the second time tonight. Group out to kill will be Milady and Koski with Piaski and Brown. Litchfield wins the face-off, out to the point, comes near side, and he's got some room to walk in. Puck deflected in front of the net, but goes wide. Litchfield collects. They send that one back through the crease. Milady able to get it out, but shot from the blue line by the big Litchfield defender. In on Camu, has to get the glove up, squeeze it. And Litchfield will switch. The other 4 players on their bench will come out and take. That's some clock mismanagement happening. I don't know what's left on the penalty. Koski on the face-off. Can't quite clear. Now Milady able to get it. Oh, couldn't quite get it to center ice where Koski had some room. Koski behind the net. Has another opportunity. Chips it in. Milady can't quite get the stick on it, and the goalie covers. Ref's very concerned with proper alignment here on the faceoff all night tonight. He's going to force Litchfield to rotate out. Koski wins it back to Piaski. That's sent in, deflects wide. Koski first to it. Now Litchfield comes clear, still in a power play. Into the Whitehawk end. Drops to the point, shot. Wide of the net. Koski able to get it up to Milady. And it'll be an icing. It'll be S and Renke out now for the Whitehawks. Beal off the glass, can't get it clear. Hand pass by Litchfield is going to take the face-off out of the zone. It's Childers with Renke and S now. Off the face-off, Litchfield sends it down into the zone. Renke with it. Can't get it clear to S, but Childers able to collect at the red line and then dump it. So the Whitehawks going to work on the forecheck. S down. Puck on the boards. Sent out just to open ice. Makes it all the way out. Beal's going to collect. Turned it over, but got lucky there as the Litchfield center was well offsides and had to wait. Otherwise, that was the primo breakaway opportunity. Again, a misconnection on the pass. Teams exchange possession at center ice, and now here they come into the Whitehawk end. Childers with it, finally able to shovel it out of the zone. The Whitehawks just with no organization here. Running into each other. Litchfield shot well high. Able to hold the zone. McGovern with it now on the race behind the net. Chipped free and out. Litchfield blue line, not on the red line. Whitehawks change. Lundgren off the bench. Going to collect. He'll skate it in. Tries to send one across the Trost. He was tied up in front. Now the big Litchfield center is going to send one down the ice. It'll be icing. Litchfield will change their 4 men. Oh, just kidding. They only change 1. And the face-off will come down to the Litchfield end. It'll be Lundgren with Wesley and Trost. With 10:36 left to go here in the third. Litchfield wins the face-off behind their own net, far side. Lundgren over, gets a skate on it. Now the puck skips free into the Whitehawk end. That's going to be another icing whistle. And we'll come right back down. Which is what you love to see with running time. There's a lot of icings. Shots so far, there's 3 and 4 for the Whitehawks, and none for Litchfield, so it's 27-11 in that regard. The score stubbornly remains 1-0. Trost off the face-off, pokes it down into the corner. Now Litchfield from behind their own net tries to send one up the center. Connects successfully. Brown and Piaski both back. Piaski sends it far side. Litchfield able to skate through the stick check. Now the puck loose in front. Piaski able to collect. He's got a little bit of leverage here up the near side. He tries to carry low. Drops one out the front. Nobody in gray home for the Whitehawks. And Litchfield back out the other way. Shot, Eric able to get the leg pad on that. Kicks it far side. Trost plasters his man. Now Wesley through center ice into the Litchfield zone. One man against 4 Dragons. Tries to hold him off as long as he can. Now the cavalry arrives. It's Milady and Koski. They exchange possession. Now Milady just feathers one along the boards. Koski with it. Nice move there. He's in the slot. Shot too late. Litchfield center able to get out and get a stick on it. Now that shot over the net. And here comes Litchfield the other way. You'll note the Litchfield fans are back and still standing, so once again, apologies on the lack of visibility in that corner. S out now with Milady and Koski. Milady able to get a stick on it. The puck deflects to no man's land, though. S to it. He's going to dump it. Beal and Koski both go off. Childers and Brown on. Here comes Litchfield. Brown, good stick there. On the boards, chips it near side. Now Childers into the zone. Milady initially had a stick on it, but now Litchfield clears. Nice play by Zilka and Milady to turn them over. Zilka with it along the boards. Turns it over, and Litchfield able to get it out of the zone. Brown to Milady. Milady drops to Zilka. Zilka in. He gets wiped out along the boards by the big defender. Piaski can't hold. And we're going to get called for a 6-man penalty. I don't know how this ref saw it from far side. Reinke touched too soon, and that's going to be a Litchfield power play with 7:21 to go. Whitehawks still up 1-0. Gonna have to kill a penalty for the 3rd time tonight. 0 for 2 on their own on the power play. Off the face-off, Litchfield controls out to the point. Childers gets a stick on it. Back to the point, almost poked free. Now Brown, good stick from behind the net. He's going to rim the boards. That's going to get all the way out. It's going to be icing though. And we'll bring it back down into the Whitehawk end. 6:39 and counting in a 1-0 game. This thing should be 5-0. Childers loses the face-off again. Litchfield from the point, they'll go along the boards. Piaski first to it. He goes harder on the boards the other direction. Childers with a good stick at the point. Along the boards they battle. Childers able to get it clear of the zone. Now kicks it free, and it'll be an offsides whistle on Litchfield. .548 left. Whitehawks on the kill for another minute or so. And it's Koski with Milady out. Piaski and Brown. Piaski gets it to Koski. He's at the red line. He's just going to send it in deep. Milady can't quite get it poked, and here comes Litchfield the other way. Into the Whitehawk end. Some leverage. Puck deflects by Camo. Now set back out in front on the rebound. Brown able to get a stick on it, send it to the corner. A little bit of ramped up intensity here by Litchfield. Trost able to send that one to the corner. Now a flubbed one-timer. At the point, Milady able to kick it clear, and Koski sends it across to Trost. Misplays that one a little bit, had an opportunity to get it deep. But Litchfield able to recollect at the blue line and send it back to Brown. Brown to McGovern. McGovern to Koski. Koski should take the red line and dump it. He does. McGovern overskates it. Litchfield up the far side. Lundgren hot off the bench. Gets the stick check. Turns Litchfield over the blue line. Beal at center ice. Now Wesley fires it in. 4:15 left to go. Lundgren first to it. He gets bumped off the puck. Wesley there. Can't connect with Lundgren. It's out to McGovern. Soccer kick down by Lundgren behind the net, and Renke out to play that. Now sent in by Lundgren, far side corner. Puck out of the zone. Through the wickets of McGovern. He's able to get enough on it to get it over to Beal, but sent right back into open ice to Litchfield. And now Litchfield back in. Puck loose in front. Tapped away there by Beal. Now collected by Renke. Renke with some open ice. Got Lundgren with him. Turns it over to the blue line. And here comes Litchfield into the zone. Going to get a shot off. Camo makes a save. And Lundgren just throws it to nowhere. But Zilka able to get to it. Nice little move there. He's going to get an opportunity. Takes it around. And he'll drop it out to the point for Brown, who sends one in. That deflects straight down, but Piaski backs off. Turned over off the ref. Now Childers gets it to Renke. Can't quite touch it. Brown comes flying in. Big old slap shot, and the goalie reaches up and grabs that one. Gloves it down, it'll be a face-off. In the Litchfield end, 2:38 left, 28 shots to 13. 1-0 remains the score. Childers wins the face-off. Caught Piaski unready, and that pass to Brown got turned over. Results in it coming back the other way with the Whitehawks with an opportunity. Renke loses it in the corner. Now pinned against the boards by the big Litchfield center. Zilka's going to send it out to Piaski. He's able to hold the line. Oh, his shot. Right off the Litchfield player, who blows the tire on his way into the zone. Sloppy on both sides here. Out shoulders, gets it to Zilka. He's at the Whitehawk blue line. He'll come into open ice, and he's just going to send it down. 1:42 left, the Whitehawks will change. Shoulders, able to hold behind the Litchfield net. Now Milady, good forecheck. He's got Childers out in front, but he gets rubbed out by the big centerman for Litchfield. Childers able to get that off his stick. S takes the brunt of that. McGovern into the zone. He'll have a shot opportunity. Goalie makes that save. Milady's going to just send it back around the boards. S to it. He's going to get it to Koski, who's going to reverse it. Now McGovern sends one in. Comes near side. Litchfield out of the zone, free now. Beal, good break up there. Puck sent right along the front. Jeez Louise. Litchfield, the man in the back door, got a shot off, luckily off the post. And the Whitehawks able to get it out with 44 seconds left. If this thing ends 1-1, it might be a FCC violation here by this guy. Whitehawks again with a penalty, just sloppy in the third period. Koski's going to head to the box now. The good news is by the time they get this thing organized, this game will effectively be over. But you talk about winning ugly, this is the definition. Refs let them have the power play with 5 men on the ice. And somehow that's going to end at 1-0. It's a W, but not a pretty one. We'll be back with you tomorrow night for the start of the Apple Valley Burnsville tournament. We've got Forest Lake, 6:45. Then we'll be off and everybody can enjoy their Thanksgiving Day. And then we'll be back Friday and Saturday for more games. White Hawks going to need to clean a few things up before they play stiffer competition. But we'll take a 1-0 win against Litchfield Dassel-Cokato tonight here at Thaler. The lone goal was Beal early in the first. And then a lot of shots, but no damage from there on.